I just wanted to follow up on my first video I made about OneTap where I said I thought it was rushed and I gave you my reasons why. Um, I also wanted to talk a little bit about one of the developers and another reason why I think it could be rushed, but I'll just let you see everything here and then you decide. To begin, you should know exactly where I met one of these developers, and the specific developer I'm talking about goes by the alias now of Laurie, but not when I knew them. And the way I met them was through Raw and his friend named Raw Code. As far as I'm aware of, Laurie, or as I knew him, Insane, was only contributing a bit to their projects, and to me, it seemed more like an apprentice and mentor type of relationship, but that's speaking from the outside looking in. Fast forwarding a few months, there was a time when I wanted to approach the three of them about a pay-to-cheat. I was unaware that they were in the process at the time of removing Insane, or Laurie, whatever you want to call him, from their projects. Insane was the only one online at the time, and I asked him about it, and he told me that they were actually interested, and that him and a mutual friend of Sin were interested in doing it, but they hadn't asked Sin, so I told him that I would try my hand on it when he got online. The next day, we got into a voice chat, and I asked him if he was interested, and he hesitantly said, "Sounds alright." And I wasn't sure why, but he sent me the messages you see on the screen. Basically, what these messages say, and what they'd also expressed to me verbally a couple times, was that he would often add things into their cheat that were broken, and then instead of fixing it, he would add more things. So eventually there'd be a pileup of unfixed issues later down the line. So while I now know this information, I had already said yes to him, and I still hadn't quite thought of a way to say kindly that I wasn't interested after all of that. And they did send me a cheat to use, which I'm not quite sure if it was a prototype or what. I don't know if it was just a cheat to use for the time, but it was essentially Sin and Raw's cheat with some things that were broken on it. I used it once and I pretty much instantly quit using it. When I tried it on a bot match, it wouldn't shoot through the glass of Office, and they had removed Sin's menu that he had replaced in it, and they'd replaced it with a placeholder console that they use for a menu, which the Killing Floor 2 cheat used for a little bit. I mainly didn't want to keep using a console for a menu because it's not very fun. It just isn't. Eventually I left the Discord of the cheat team that they were starting, and I thought that was the end of that, and it was, well, somewhat. Our last interaction was him telling me he was blackmailing the owner of a cheat called Project Unknown with their source code. I'm not sure if that was a joke or what, but he did post a screenshot claiming to be Project Unknown source code, and you can take it with a grain of salt. But I'm also not sure because why would you brag about that in a private message? So that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to clarify a bit more on why I don't trust that this project is here to stay. As I stated in the last video, remember that I have not used the software and I can't speak on the performance of it. I also ask that you remember that I'm not here to form your opinion for you.